Hi, I don't know about you, but it's cold in Perth this afternoon, so I'm planning to sit down with a cup of tea and a good book and just read for a while. But first I thought I'd read to you the prologue of Wherever You Go, my upcoming novel. The prologue is set in Germany and it's from the point of view of Matt. I hope you enjoy this little teaser. I can't do it. You must. Matt wrestles duty and fear at the threshold of his wife's hospital room. Today marks 2 weeks since the accident, 2 weeks since a phone call turned his blood to ice, 2 weeks since life as they knew it was obliterated, just like that. And today he has to tell Amy what happened. The enormity of responsibility almost propels him away, out of the ward, the hospital, the town, the country, anywhere but here, without a backwards look. His feet anchor to the floor, each forward step a battle. He slumps into the chair at her bedside, then remembers he hasn't kissed her. When his lips meet her dry cheeks, the sweet stoleness of her breath envelops him and he rears back. She'd hate this, he thinks, sliding a stray hair away from her chapped lips. Slumping into his chair once more, he waits for her to wake. It could happen any moment, a nurse said when he arrived at the ward earlier. He'd panicked and detoured to the cafeteria for a strong coffee. Is it selfish that he wants his wife to wake and dreads it at the same time? How am I supposed to tell her? He knows what he has to tell Amy. Exactly what the doctor told him days earlier. Words that ripped his heart to shreds, as they will hers. How did doctors share heartbreaking, no, life-shattering news with such distant compassion? How did they do that day after day? Maybe they got used to it. Couldn't they tell her? It's your job. You're her husband. What is he supposed to say? You're lucky to be alive. A bitter laugh escapes him. Lucky. He doubts Amy will ever again believe in luck or anything else after hearing what he has to say. He has practiced his speech for days, but the words still destroy him. She stirs and mumbles, and Matt perches on the edge of his seat. Her eyelids flutter in her yellow bruised face. When her eyes open, he'll be the first thing she sees. Will she know something's wrong? His pain is a neon light flashing to the world. How could she miss it? He runs his fingers through his short dark hair, wincing as knots tug at the roots, grateful for the physical diversion from his heart pain. He wants to tear it all out in angry handfuls. His grip tightens, but a nurse glances in as she walks past, and he takes Amy's hand instead. Her cool hand is limp in his, her pulse slow and steady under his lips. There's so much to say. Should he start with the good news? Both your legs are broken and so is your pelvis. The doctor said you might struggle to have children in the future. He licks his lips. Maybe he should keep the second part to himself for now, because the bad news is so much worse. And that's the end of the prologue. I hope you enjoyed that little teaser. I hope it makes you want to read more of Wherever You Go. It's available for pre-order now from my website or from Booktopia, Book Depository, and also on Amazon as an ebook. But in the meantime, if you're intrigued, tell me in the comments. I'd really love to hear from you. Bye.